when you eventually get well, I mean, now that you are fine, now that you have found healing, you do not want them in your life anymore. You are sick and tired of them. You finally realize that you are not in love with them. You never truly were. You simply chose them out of your pain and out of your situation. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel again today. My name is Dami and today I will be talking to you about how to know it is time to let go of a relationship. Yeah, and before I get right into it, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, now will be a very good time to do so. Okay, I want you to give this video a thumbs up. I want you to share it with your friends and with your loved ones so that they can also benefit from this video. And as always, I want you to know what you think about this video in the comments. So be sure to leave a comment for me about when you think it is okay to let go of a relationship. I'll be so glad to reply to your comments. Okay, so let's get right into it. How to know it is time to let go of a relationship. So the number one thing on my list is when the relationship is consistently draining you, when that relationship is taking a lot more from you than you are ever receiving from it. Okay, listen, relationship is not meant to be a struggle. It's not to be. It's not supposed to be a war zone. It's not supposed to be something that will be taking your energy or sapping life out of you. No, it is not supposed to be like that. Okay, relationship is supposed to enhance you, improve the quality of your life. But if it is always taking it away from you much more than it is giving into you, if nothing, good has changed about your life, if nothing has changed about your life since you have started that relationship, and all you can trace to that relationship is everything it is taking out of you, then it may be time to let go of that relationship. Now, I'm not saying to simply leave that relationship simply because you're feeling this way. Okay, I'm not saying to do that. But if you're feeling this way, you must be able to address it. Talk to your partner about it. Tell them how you are feeling. It could be that it is happening because of a lack of communication. And if you and your partner are willing to actually work on these things, then fine. Because you see, I am not one person to advise you to simply opt out of a relationship simply because it's not working when you have not made an effort. Okay. But if you have talked to your partner about it and it is still not working and you're still feeling like this every now and then, listen, I said consistently feeling drained. If you constantly feel like you're being drained in that relationship much more than you are receiving, then that relationship might not be for you. It may be time for you to let go of that relationship. But first, be sure that you have spoken to your partner about it. So, because I found that a lot of people don't communicate these things to their partner, they simply, assume that their partner will know. They're like, okay, so why should I tell him? Or why should I tell her when she's just supposed to know what to do? I mean, you are supposed to be able to figure this out on your own. But no, your partner is not a robot. They are not going to be thinking what you're thinking all the time if you're not telling them what you're thinking. I like that, right? So your partner is not going to know what you're thinking if you simply are not going to tell them what you're thinking. If they don't know what you need them to do, then they are not going to know that something is not going on fine with them. They may not even know that you are being deprived in that relationship because they might be feeling all right. They might be getting all that they want to get from that relationship. But they might not know that something is wrong on the other side. And if you're unwilling to communicate properly to them about it, then it's not going to work. Okay? So it is okay if you talk to them. In fact, you should talk to them. And if it is fixable, then fine. You should be able to work things out together with them. But if you both think it is not fixable and you're still feeling like that in your relationship, then it might be time for you to let go of that relationship. So the second thing on my list is when you come to the realization that you're not in love with this person. And I know some of you will say that, are you supposed to get into a relationship with somebody that you're not in love with? Yeah, I'm sorry, some people really do that. I'm sorry, some people do that because, yeah, these things happen. People get together with people they have no feelings for, that they are not in love with. Because you see, a lot of time we think you are really in love with this person, but surely you're not. You're simply being attached. You have an unhealthy attachment, towards this person. You are not really in love, because some people, we all need to stop calling some things love. Okay, you have to stop calling on healthy attachment love, because some of you are not truly in love with that person that you say that you are with right now. Some of you are simply attached to them, and for some other people, you are just, truly in love with the image of that person, what you think that person truly is, the fantasy of you're in love with the fantasy that you have created in your mind about that person. You have created some kind of image of what you think that person should be, or who you want the person to be, or how you want that person to behave towards you. And that is the only reason why you're still with them. But really, you have to wake up from your fantasy. Okay, another reason why some of you get together with people you don't really love is when you are broken. Because you are broken. Because when you are broken, when you have not healed from past hurt, when you have not healed from your past, you are likely to choose somebody simply out of your pain. You are likely to pick somebody that you find convenient in that moment. And I always like to liken somebody who's broken to somebody who is sick, because when you're sick, you're taken to the hospital and you're being nursed, you're being taken care of by a nurse. And all of a sudden, you get attached to your nurse because that person makes you feel good, they make you feel better. But suddenly, you get well and the hospital irritates you. You just want to get out of the hospital. You even hate the smell of hospital. Like I do. I really hate the smell of hospital. Of the hospital. Yeah. So you want to get out of that space. You don't even want to be there. So it is the same way when you get together with somebody when you have not healed, when you are still broken, and you get together with somebody, or you jump into another relationship. That is the same thing that happens all of a sudden when you eventually get well. I mean, now that you are fine, now that you have found healing, you do not want them in your life anymore. You are sick and tired of them. You finally realize that you are not in love with them. You never truly were. You simply chose them out of your pain and out of your situation. And that is why I cannot say this, enough. Please get healing. Please do not get into a relationship when you have not fully healed from whatever has broken you. Because you see, hurt people will definitely hurt other people. Yeah, hurt people will hurt other people. The circle will keep continuing if you do not take time to heal. And when you do not take time to heal, you're going to choose blindly. Okay? So you're going to choose somebody that you're not genuinely in love with at the moment. And somebody is bound to get hurt. So even after you have found your healing and you no longer want this person in your life anymore, listen, somebody is bound to get hurt. That person, if they genuinely love you, they are going to be hurt. Okay? So you don't want to get in that circle. You don't want to hurt any other person. Okay? And you don't want to keep distributing bad energy here and there. So please, it is essential that you get healed before getting into a relationship. Okay? So the next thing on my list is when the issues that have been addressed are not being corrected. Okay? So first, address the issue. Like I always say, listen, again, I'll say this, okay? I am not one person that will advise you to leave a relationship at the drop of a dime. I don't believe in that, okay? So please address the issue. You must be willing to talk to your partner about these things, okay? So talk to them. And if you cannot talk to your partner, then I don't even know why you are with them. Because You shouldn't even be getting together with somebody you cannot talk to. I mean, how do you successfully have a thriving relationship with somebody you cannot talk to? Somebody you cannot converse with, somebody you cannot dialogue with. If you cannot talk to them, then don't be with them. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. It is that simple. So please don't don't do it. Don't you guys should stop doing that. Stop being together with somebody you cannot talk to. If you cannot talk to them, you cannot sit them down and talk to them. Please don't get together with them. Okay, so first address the issue. And if you have addressed the issue, if you have talked to them about it, you guys should sit down, talk about the issue. But if you have talked to them over time and they are refusing to correct the issue, if they are always dismissing the issue and trashing whatever you're talking about, dismissing everything you have to say, then it may be time for you to let go of that relationship, because your partner should not be dismissing you. I mean, if you have corrected some things, over time, then they should be willing to correct it in order to make the relationship work. But if they are unwilling to put in the effort and to put in the work to correct it, if they're always dismissing you, then it's time for you to let go of that relationship. Okay? So the next reason on my list is when God tells you to do so. When God simply tells you to let it go. And I know it is not that simple. Forget I even put simply there. Okay? It is not that simple. Granted. But this point is actually for you if you are a believer. Because I know some of you are not, so it's fine if you're not a believer, you may want to dismiss this point. But if you are a believer, this is very, very essential. Listen, I know this one is going to be a very hard pill for some of you to swallow right now. Yeah, and I get it. Because how do you explain to anybody that God tells you to let go of a relationship that nothing is wrong with? I mean, the guy ticks your boxes, the girl ticks your everything. He or she is what you want in a man or in a woman. And everything is fine, everything is going rosy. I mean, everything is fine with you both. Nothing is wrong. You're doing well. You are the man you are the kind of man you need to be. You're the kind of woman she needs to be. But God simply tells you to let it go. And you're like, hold on a second, what exactly is happening? Like, what is going on right now? And I know that some of you are going to feel like, oh, how do I let go of a relationship that I've invested my time in, my energy, my resources, my money, my everything in? I mean, just let it go. But I know it can be really, really hard. I know that. Okay? I know it can be really hard because I know some people who have this experience, I know it can be very hard, but you have to learn that God knows better than you do. And I know that you have all of these emotions, that you have all these questions, you have all these emotions, but you know that God is the only one person who knows your future, who knows and see the things that you're not seeing. Okay, because sometimes God is not even going to give you an explanation for it. Okay, but the reason why we eventually unfold, over the years, you may never get the answer to what He says you should do in that moment. You may never get an explanation. You may not even understand, and that is why the scripture says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path." So you have no understanding of whatever is going on, but you still have to trust Him anyway. Because you see, God is going to bypass all of your emotions to do what is right for you. Okay? So you still have to trust Him. You must get to a point in time where you say that, "Lord, I don't understand what is going on, but I trust you anyway." Trust you anyway. Because you see, He knows best for you. Okay? And when God says to give up anything, I want you to know that He's going to give you better for it. If He says to give up anything you give up for God, God is going to give you better for that thing. Yeah, and I know that you may be feeling like, "Oh God, are you playing me right now?" Okay? fine, you're going to feel it that way. Okay? And like I said, I am not promising you that God is going to give you an explanation for that. But you must understand that He loves you. He knows you best. He knows your now. He knows your future. He can see the things that you're not seeing. And He wants the best for you. He ultimately wants the best for you. And He's going to do the best for you. And you may need to pray that God gives you the grace and the courage to do what is right, to let go of that relationship so that you can have something better. Okay? So I hope this video helps you. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video and share with your loved ones. And again, let me know what you think about this video in the comment. Let me know some of the reasons why you think it may be time for you to let go of that relationship, or if you've ever dealt with this kind of situations that I've listed in this video. Let me know how you went through them in the comments. Okay, bye.